What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to create effective workout programs. Whether you are a personal trainer or aspiring to become a personal trainer, understanding these key principles in designing a well-built fitness program in order for your clients to reach their goals is obviously an important part of the job. Alright, so before I get into it, first, again, if you are new here, please hit the like button, subscribe, let your friends know about me. And of course, if you are returning, obviously, welcome back. More content coming, so please stay tuned for more. Real quick plug, again, this content is a lot having to do with personal training, whether you are wanting to become a personal trainer, you are a personal trainer, or you are just kind of interested in fitness and training and that kind of stuff, then that's great too. But I have an online mentorship that I provide for people now online where you can book a call with me, you can ask questions, and I have a bunch of different options depending on what tier you are interested in. It is broken down into 3 tiers. If you are in tier 1, that is the tier of becoming a personal trainer, the step-by-step guide, study guide for the NASM certification, hard skills and soft skills development in order to become a successful trainer, and then of course the professional aspect of it so you can get hired, get your foot in the door, and obviously start your career as a personal trainer. In tier 2, this is the employment side of personal training. Whether you are just entered the field of personal training or you are a personal trainer and you are looking to fine-tune your skills. I'm talking the skills of building a clientele. So you need to understand how to build a sustainable clientele. So I provide you the skills you need to acquire clients, to retain clients, and of course, provide the best service, customer service, and product, which is your training, that you can possibly do. And of course, helping you navigate through the industry as far as continuing education goes, obviously fine-tuning your skills on a daily basis, the networking, and obviously making money. And then finally in tier 3 is the career exploration and expansion. This is if you are or have been a personal trainer and you are looking to expand and you are looking at some other options, some different outlooks for your career. Whether that is moving up in a managerial role like head trainer, fitness director, etc. Or you are looking at opening up your own facility, your own gym, moving your business online, or you are just trying to keep scaling your business so you can become a 6-figure trainer. That is what we have in tier 3. Anyone that is interested in that, you can book a call with me to discuss that, or if you have any questions regarding personal training, I am open and free to do that as well. You can book in the link below. But yeah, that was just a quick plug for those people that are interested. But like I was saying earlier, we are basically in this video going to be talking about how to effectively create workout program. If you have not yet, my last video right here, we basically talked about human anatomy and physiology, the basic fundamental things of exercise science that you should really know. We're talking about knowing the ins and outs of the skeletal system, the muscular system, cardiorespiratory system, cardiovascular system, respiratory system, etc. You need to know the principles of exercise science. We talked about progression, overload, specificity, individuality, and we even talked about recovery. So knowing these principles is going to be obviously a crucial aspect. So if you haven't yet, you check out that video first. But this video has to do with writing a workout program. All right, before I get into the nitty gritty, does anyone say nitty gritty anymore? It's important to identify goals for the client, because with the goals, we'll know if we are A, losing weight, building muscle, getting stronger, athletic performance, increasing flexibility, improving endurance, etc. So depending on what the goal is, will help us understand how we're going to structure this workout program. Once you understand someone's goals, you need to understand where their fitness level is. Whether you are doing fitness assessments where you are establishing a baseline for them. So let's say, for example, someone wants to lose weight. Obviously, one of the most fundamental things we could do for that person is to weigh them. So now that we have a baseline weight, we know where we're starting at, and that way we can measure whether we have met that goal or not. All right, so A lot of what I'm about to go over as far as how to write an effective workout program might be completely different from what you'll get out of a textbook, because the reality of it, the textbook is going off of what the science and what the ideal laboratory setting is suggesting for us. Most of the time, people that are doing personal training, they live in the real world and they don't follow the same guidelines as a research article done in a controlled laboratory. Instead, there are things that we should consider as far as behavior goes, as far as a long-term consistency program. A, understanding where their goals are and understanding where they currently are as far as their fitness level and their baseline level. We know where they can start and where they could end up. So one of the main things I have people focus on or initially start with is what frequency is ideal for us right now. If someone is new to working out, like we're talking about brand new, like it's been like years since they've done any sort of training, we can assume that we're doing the bare minimum right now. And the bare minimum right now could be something like 2 times a week for that person, because we're also considering what is financially feasible, whether that's doing one-on-one stuff or whether that is going to the gym and working on their own. We need to know what works for their schedule. So if they can commit to 2 days a week to the gym, if they can commit 3 days, or if they can commit 6 days, that's probably something we should know. But the first thing I need to do, I need to establish what our frequency might look like. So it might be something like 2 days a week. That is where we're gonna start, and that might be where we stay, or we can progress it over time. Once I know what their frequency is, I can structure the framework of what the skeleton of the workout program will look like. We know that the vast majority of people will benefit from working out the major muscle groups at least twice a week. If someone is working out twice a week, we know that it is probably a safe bet that if they did a full body workout every time they came to the gym, then we'll have all the bases covered. If we were working out 4 days a week, that gives us the opportunity to do some sort of split, whether we are doing like a lower upper body split, whether we are doing a push-pull split, etc. Once I know what the split is gonna look like, then I can chop it up and know what sections of the workout I need to be filled. And as far as exercise selection goes, there are a couple things we need to consider. We need to consider, obviously, the balance of the exercises and a little bit of variety. One thing that I will specifically ask my clients is, what type of person are they? Are they a routine-oriented person, or do they like variety? Some people will tell you straight up that they want to do the same thing when they come into the gym. Or some people will tell you that no, I want a little variety, that way I don't get bored, that way I can do different things here and there. It's not something where you completely disregard them and be like, no, this is what the science is saying. No, they're paying you money. If anything, you're going to flip what the science is saying. So if we know that variety is important to someone, then we better have a couple exercise variation of each major movement pattern. Now, I'm not going to get in depth as far as deciding which exercise go where. That's a completely different video. All I'm doing is basically breaking down the important key principles in designing a workout program. So I talked about goals. We need to get the goals. Once we have the goals, we can establish where their baseline is in order to measure if that goal is being reached or not. Once we have that baseline level and we know where they're at and where they want to get to, we can establish how often they are willing to train, the frequency of their workouts. So whether that is 2 times a week, 4 times a week, etc. Once I know that, I can use my framework of whatever I do for my workout, exercise selection, that and other stuff, and decide exactly how that workout's going to look like. If I have someone on a push-pull because they're doing 4 days a week, or they're doing 6 days a week, I can have that framework set in place. Or they're doing a full body because they're working out twice a week. The other thing that we have to consider when we're designing a workout program is, does it have a sense of specificity, progressive overload, the things that we talked about in the previous video? If it is specificity, so let's talk about specificity first. Exercise selection needs to pertain to their goal. If someone is trying to develop lower body strength, then they're probably going to have some lower body exercises that are catered towards strength. Again, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty as far as which exercises are going to do that, how you're going to break down the sets, reps, weight, etc. That is a completely different video. I'm just providing the principles for it. The program needs to have specificity and progressive overload so that we have some sort of model that basically has progression, whether you are basically increasing the weight every single week, or you're going to change the exercises, or you are going to add reps, whatever you might do, needs to be something progressive over the course of the program, whether that's 4 weeks long or 8 weeks long. The other thing that I believe is very important for a personal trainer to do in creating an effective workout is to provide that level of autonomy for the client. So you're going to help them understand how to self-regulate their workouts, meaning you can use certain tools to help the client establish what their ideal weight for that exercise should be. Like we're talking about subjective measurements like RPE, which is rate of perceived exertion, or you can have things like reps in reserve, which is basically going to tell a client like there's 2 reps in reserve on this set. We're not training to failure, or maybe we are training to failure. And the reason for that is that you are allowing your client to have a little bit of control. So they have this buy-in into this program where they are controlling and dictating it to an extent. You provided the framework for them. Now they are basically executing based on how much they want to participate. And that way clients will know too, if you provide that leniency, that wiggle room, or that control into their program, on those days that they are not feeling 100%, they know how to accommodate for that so that there's not an excessive amount of soreness. They're not thrashing their body every time they're working out. There's that aspect of recovery that is also included into there, because we need to understand that this is a long-term process and not something that's going to happen after just 2 workouts. And then on top of all of that, the workout programs need to be adaptable, meaning you need to be able to adjust them. Once you write something down, I guarantee most people, they'll write something down and then eventually they'll look back on it and be like, maybe I would have done that a little bit differently. Oh, I kind of want to change this. It's like, just because you write the workout program down doesn't mean it's set in stone. Like, we live in the digital world. You can basically edit it automatically. So you should have a form of adaptability as far as your program goes. So in essence, creating an effective workout program requires a significant amount of careful planning, but these key principles that we just talked about, as far as understanding what the goal is, understanding what the baseline fitness level of the client is, helps us understand where we can start structuring the workout program, the frequency, and then therefore the framework of the workout. And as long as the exercise selection pertains to those principles we talked about, as far as specificity and then progressive overload, then it should be in a pretty effective workout. There's no such thing as the perfect workout or the best workout. Like, it is basically following these principles. As long as the workout program follows these principles, someone is going to find benefit from it. And I will tell you just from my own experience, because I feel like most fitness experts out there, personal trainers even, they won't tell you the truth, which is that if you follow and do the basic things very well, you will find results. It's not some crazy magical formula. It's not some one-of-a-kind workout program. No, these are principles that you follow and stay consistent with. And that's basically an effective workout program. But as I said, if I was to break this down in more depth, I would need multiple videos in order to discuss why we would choose certain exercises versus others, but that's going to be on a different video. So for today, it's just the principles behind an effective workout program. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, let your friends know about me, and until next time.